Okay, for this problem, you're asked to find the centroid of a triangle. And in order to do that, you've got to find all three of the medians of a triangle. So the simplest way to do that is by finding the midpoints, well, actually the only way to do that, in reality, is by finding the midpoints of each side. So if you look at your triangle and you measure how long it is, this is not just 16 centimeters. How long is it?
16.5.
A little bit less than that, 16.4. Because you want to be as accurate as possible. You'll see why in a second. So half of 16.4 is what? What's half of 16?
8.
What's half of 0.4?
2.
0.2. There you go. So 8.2. So 8.2 is going to end up putting you right here. So this right there is one midpoint of your triangle. And so once you found that midpoint, you've got to draw a line connecting it to the opposite vertex of the other side of the triangle. I should draw it a little bit differently, so you can see the whole thing. So you take the midpoint and you connect it down to the opposite vertex. And you're going to do it with all three sides. So this, you said, is 11.5. Be a little bit more accurate than that. Should be 11 point what?
8.
11.8, exactly. So half of 11 is what?
10.
Okay, it's not easy for you to do in the head.
No.
What about if you go up a little bit higher? What's half of 12?
6.
6. And so if you want to go down 0.2, half of that 0.2 is what?
5.9.
No, half of 0.2.
I don't know.
What's half of 2?
1.
Yeah. So you just go down to 6 and then down 0.1. So right here ends up being 5.9. There's the other midpoint. Then I carefully, it's a hard one to see all the way, but draw a line from that midpoint. See, even that little bit of slipping is probably not good. And you can already see that they're intersecting at a single point, but we've got to find what that point is accurately. So this one is 21.1, right?
Yeah.
So that one we'll just do as point is halfway between the millimeters. So what's half of 21? What's half of 20?
5.
No, half of 20.
10.
10. And what's half of 1?
0.5.
So it's 10.5, and then plus a little bit more. So it's going to be 10.55, like halfway between there. If you draw a line from that midpoint, the opposite vertex, you can actually see a pretty good centroid you've got. So the centroid is right there in the middle. It's where all those things cross. And if I'd been more of a robot, it probably would have looked beautiful. But since I'm sloppy and not that good, that's where it ends up. Now, you take your pencil, and you stab it right through the centroid. And then your triangle should balance perfectly, and you can spin it.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Does that make sense? There you go.